Dear audience, do subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so that you will be first notified when I upload a new video. This channel is to help you seek clarity by breaking away from any subjectivity. See things clearly and objectively will make you a calm and peaceful person. I am a certified professional coach and a certified HRTF trainer. I am promoting reflection process with logical thinking to gain clarity and to demonstrate how to do reflection process objectively with logical thinking. I will continuously to demonstrate reflection process with logical thinking through different topics. A lot of people don't know how to communicate with their bosses. Why? Are you one of them? Are you frustrated? This is one of the most popular topics, and I want to walk through the reflection process with logical thinking on this topic. How to communicate with your bosses, vice versa. Reflection process begins with gleaning facts and information and be mindfully analyze them. The topic today is how to communicate with your bosses, vice versa. According to all that I have heard from people at workplace, here are the most common points they raise. They think, number one, the bosses have no patience to listen to them. Therefore, they cannot get their point across. Number two, they think that their bosses don't understand them, don't know where they are coming from, and don't know the reality and the practicality they face in the field. They are frustrated. Point number three, the suggestions of the bosses are not always workable or practical, but they are too afraid to tell them. Point number four, they think their bosses are too sensitive. Therefore, they are too afraid to say anything that could annoy them. Let's see the logic. Why? What should be done in order to have fruitful communications? Logically, here are the questions we should ask. Point number one, ask yourself, are you on the same page with your boss? Are you thinking from the same angle and the same height? The logic is, if the two of you are not on the same page, and the two of you are not seeing and thinking from the same angle and the same height, there's no common ground. Therefore, the action plan is pay attention on what your boss is thinking. Why? Why would he think so? And why would he see so? Understand it from his stand so that you can be on the same page with your boss. Point number two, are you standing in the shoe of your boss? Why? In order to feel for her, you need to stand in her shoe. Otherwise, you will not know how uncomfortable the shoe is. The action plan is you must stand in her position. You must stand in her shoe, looking towards yourself, talking to yourself. Then you will see what she sees. You will feel what she feels. Point number three, ask yourself, do you know what your boss is trying to achieve? What is your boss trying to accomplish? The logic is, as a team member, you need to see what your leader sees. You need to be clear what your leader needs to accomplish or achieve so that you are on the same pace, same mind, same drive to achieve and accomplish the same thing. Suggestion for action plan is be very clear about what your boss is trying to achieve or accomplish. Otherwise, you can't be a good team player. Why? Because you are the extension of your boss. Think about this. If you are not hired, who will be doing the job? Your boss. In other words, you are the delegations or the extension of your boss. Point number 4, ask yourself, why would you be afraid to tell your boss how you feel or what you think? What are you worried? Why would you be afraid to upset your boss? Suggestion for action plan is, if you are afraid of telling your boss what you think and how you feel, and if you are worried about upsetting your boss, there must be something in your heart feeling not right. There must be something in your mind holding you back. Find out that something and deal with it. Be open to talk it out. If it's not your boss, then find a specialist or someone can help you. Back to the question, whose fault? The answer is both need to work on it. You can't have a simple answer to this because it takes two hands to clap. From the boss standpoint, here are the logical questions. Number 1, as a boss, do you communicate the assignments clearly to your staff? How do you know if it is absolutely clear to them? Do you cross-check? Do you double confirm? Do you get your staff to tell you what they have understood from you? The suggestion for action plan is, don't have the should mindset. Don't think they should have known or they should have asked if they don't know. Don't take for granted and don't leave room for risk. The risk of misunderstanding and the risk of unconscious incompetence. Be aware that your staff could be at the state of unconscious incompetence. That means they don't know what they don't know. Because they don't know what they don't know, they don't ask. They don't know what they should ask. Point number 2, as a boss, do you give enough time to your staff after delegating the work or assigning the job? Do you take time to listen to them, to observe them, observe their facial expression and their body language? Suggestion for action plan is, be insightful of human nature. Understand that people need time to digest the work you have allocated to them. They will have questions, but not immediately. They will need time to talk it out when they are ready, etc. Besides, be mindful of their facial expression and their body language, because from their facial expression and body language, you can pick up a lot. You can tell that if they are puzzled or they are confused or they don't understand. They have questions in their minds. Pay attention to their body language. Pay attention to their facial expression. For example, if they hold their hands very tight, it could show that they are nervous. Or when they keep nodding their heads quickly, it might show that they are not listening. They were just too afraid. Point number 3, as a boss, do set checking points or intermittent follow-up. Do look for the signs of incompetence or misunderstanding or off track. Suggestion for action plan is, don't wait till the due time to know if your staff can't perform or they need help. Do set enough checking points to find out if things are going on the right track. Approach them if they don't come to you. Communication should be ongoing and active. You are the boss. You take the initiative to adjust yourself to speak at their level. Demonstrate the flexibility of adjusting yourself. Don't expect them according to your own standard. Point number 4, as a boss, do you take proactive actions? Do you initiate the talk with your staff for further communication? It could be a casual chat or a coffee chat or on-job coaching. Suggestion for action plan is understand that communication is an ongoing process. When the communication is ongoing and active, the chances are you could minimize the risk of big issue or big problems because you could have found it when the issue or the problem is still small, and you can deal with it or solve it before it becomes big. In conclusion, a lot of people don't know how to communicate with their bosses, vice versa. Why? Here are the points for reflection. As a staff, when you think your boss has no patience and you cannot get your point across, ask why. Think about if you are on the same page with your boss. Think about if you are looking at the issue from the same angle or the same height. Stand in their shoes and walk a mile so that you can understand and feel what they feel before you raise your eyebrows. Find out what your boss are thinking and what they are trying to achieve. Be open to talk it out. Communication is being open, and the goal is to understand each other clearly. If you do understand where your boss are coming from, you can build a good bond with your boss. You can work hand in hand strongly with your boss. As a result, you will not be afraid to talk to your boss, to tell your boss how you feel and what you think. As a boss, always make sure your staff have fully understood the work you assign to them. Don't assume. Check it out if they have understood you. Get them to tell you what they have understood from you. Don't have the assume mentality. Take time to listen to them, watch and observe their facial expression and body language. Set checking point or intermittent follow-up. Approach your staff for further communication. Keep the communication going and active. It will save you the risk of having big issue or big problem because you will discover it and deal with it before it becomes big. To wrap up, communication is two ways. The key is to be open, assure clarity, and ongoing. Be on the same page and stand in the shoe of each other. When you feel that you cannot communicate well with your boss, ask questions inwardly. Seek answer from yourself first. As a staff, think like your boss. As a boss, think like your staff. I hope this helps. Dear audience, do subscribe to this channel and click on the notification bell so that you will be first notified when I upload a new video. This channel is to help you seek clarity by breaking away from any subjectivity. Seeing things clearly and objectively will make you a calm and peaceful person. I am a certified professional coach and a certified HRDF trainer. I am promoting reflection process with logical thinking to gain clarity and to demonstrate how to do reflection process objectively with logical thinking. I will continuously to demonstrate reflection process with logical thinking through different topics. My concern is the way you do reflection. I am concerned of the basis of your interpretation. Yes, looking into yourself is the first step of reflection. But think about this question. What is the basis of your interpretation? What is the basis of your thinking? What is the basis of your reflection? Are you objective? Before you answer this, think about what is objective. Do you base on facts and information? Are your facts and information credible, reliable? How do you do logical thinking? Do you just think about what others say? Learn to do reflection process objectively by watching Reflection Time with Alicia Tay to gain clarity. Because wisdom comes from reflection. Logical thinking is the beginning of wisdom. Ultimately, clarity leads to wisdom. Be a wise person. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you in my next video.